the Civic on the left, right there. He's your pole sitter for race 4. Rob Manouchehri on the outside of the front row. We'll get a back straight green flag here as the cars come around through keyhole and onto the back straight for the 4th time this weekend. Keep an eye on that BMW. He launched off of the start in the next, in the 3rd race and led into turn 1. He's going to be looking to do the same.
Solid power band
is going to want to follow him. They're in the green flag zone, and I think we're going green any moment. Really slow start this time from Kutil. We're green. There it is. Green flag in the air. Very late this time.
Yeah. Starter Gary instructing the flagger there to bunch them up, obviously.
And they're completely door-to-door, door handle to door handle into turn 4 for the first time. Kutil on the curb. Manouchehri sweeps around the outside. Will have the advantage into turn 5 and lead the pack out of the S's. But Kutil hanging around the outside. Jake Jorgenstad also making moves around the outside of 5. Down into turn 6 towards the Honda bridge. They're still side by side for the lead. Leichty trying to pick who do I follow. This is where Kutil has been quick through the inside of the entry to Thunder Valley as the rest of the field streams up onto the Honda bridge. We have a momentary pause in action for our cameras to cut, and there it is. Kutil clears Rob Manouchehri for the first time to take the lead. Manouchehri still glued to the back of him, and DJ Alessandrini dropping back behind both Will Young and Jake Jorgenstad, who's made the most moves up in the 4th in that newer 9th Gen Civic SI. Field sweeping through into the carousel. Leichty in 3rd, the white and black Miata all over the back of his teammate in the BMW. Both cars out of the winning Formula stable. Completing lap number 1 of 8 for race 4 here. Nice and clean yet again.
A solid first 10 turns for these guys. Really, really great driving and really tight down through that S's and under the Honda bridge.
Oh, Jorgenstad using all the track and more. Getting
all the
alongside.
way right.
Will Young trying to make the pass along the outside. He lost enough momentum. I think Will's cleared it before the turn-in point, and Kutil is going to look to control this race yet again. That BMW, though, quick down the straights. Watch what Manouchehri can do in that E36. Leichty just clinging onto the back of these guys. He's fast in the brake zones and through the corners, but not off the corners and not down the straights. This is the best performance we've seen from Jake Jorgenstad in that teal rear-end Civic. He's up to 4th now. Manouchehri looks to the inside. He's got a nose in on Kutil. Kutil leaves him room. These guys less than a car width apart, side by side into the S's, but Kutil has the inside line for 5 up over Madness using all the curb. Manouchehri keeps it there. These guys still side by side yet again, but on opposite sides for lap 2. Manouchehri squares up the corner. Oh, they were super close there. Leichty trying to get an advantage too around the outside maybe of the next 2 corners. These both right-handers off camera. There they are. Manouchehri was able to hold on to 3rd from the attack of Leichty, but Kutil responded well and will lead again into the final couple corners on lap 2. DJ Alessandrini started to drop back a little bit, maybe having an issue as a couple cars sweeping around the outside of him, including Kevin Ruck. This is Ruck's 2nd race on the weekend, skipped yesterday in that SCCA production race car. At the front, though, Kutil leading lap number 2. Things streaming out just a little bit. Best battle on the track might actually be there, crossing the line for these guys. That 3-pack right there, Civic, RSX, and Miata.
We're seeing a solid battle here with Jeremy Boyson and Bill Griffin down towards the rear, though, having a good time. A couple of torquey cars and entering turn 1 right now. But man, battles all over the place. It's short and sweet, these races. They do provide you with all the thrill of the first 4 laps and then all the thrill of the last 4 laps, and there's nothing in the middle.
Leichty is up on the bumper of the BMW coming onto the back straight, which might put him within striking distance of the braking zone coming down here to turn 4 for the S's. This is lap 3 of 8, so things about a quarter of the way done here in this wheel race. You see the legs of the BMW close up to Kutil on the straightaway, but as soon as they turn, the Civic pulls away, the back end swinging around on that front-wheel drive car. That's what you want. You want the turn in and the corner completed by the time you get to the apex and dig off in a straight line. Manouchehri runs a little bit wide again. He likes to use all the track coming off of turn 6 into the Honda bridge, and that's letting Leichty think he can maybe get alongside. That battle for about 7th is still nice and tight. That's going to be DJ Alessandrini, Kevin Ruck, and Emil Tab. But again, now Leichty responding to Manouchehri, trying to get up underneath that BMW. This is how they finish race 3. It's how they currently run race 4. Ruck looks to the outside into DJ Alessandrini, can't do anything with it. That's the white Civic and the black and orange Integra, a couple cars back. Entering frame right about now.
Eric's stretching that gap a bit, but those 2 winning Formula cars are still within striking distance there. And we're seeing times come in for the second lap, a 37.4, a 37.96 P2 of Robert. Aaron Leichty with a 37.749. Jake Jornstad, 39.997. One of his fastest there. 39.904. Mike Taylor, 39.934. 39.694 DJ. Kevin Ruck with a 39.634. P9, Emil Tab with a 40.135. And rounding out the top 10 at 42.731 for Trevor. Really within a couple seconds there, a pretty tight pack.
But we got to look for the lead. Rob Manouchehri got a good jump off of the keyhole. He's going to look to the inside of Eric Kutil. They're going to come into this braking zone side by side yet again. Manouchehri almost a full car length ahead. Kutil kind of backs out of it, lets him have it into the corner. Is going to go for the over-under, but no having it. Rob Manouchehri will lead the S's this time by, whoa, a huge drift from Kutil. Catches it with the throttle, but a big sideways moment. That's going to give a full advantage for Rob Manouchehri. And now Leichty is going to look at the back of that Civic and try to get around and maybe follow his teammate through.
Jake coming through there underneath the Honda bridge, chased by Will Taylor. Looking solid and clean there. That second battle back there for P4 through 6 is looking strong. It's anybody's game there. P1 through 3 is walking away from the pack just a little bit. DJ, though, coming up hot in the mid-pack of this battle, and Jake is asserting a little bit of force there, doing quite well in P4 currently.
How close these guys are. Rob Manouchehri early on throttle, getting a little behind the transitions onto the front straight, but he's got the power to recover from it. They're going to disappear just out of camera. There's a super fast left-hand corner just out of frame here. That's how they end up coming at us. As soon as we change frames, there's the fast left-hander exit, use all the track and more, and come up towards the keyhole. This is one of the key passing zones that we've seen Aaron Leichty use on Eric Kutil. Those two battling for second and third right now. See a little bit of grass in Manouchehri's grill in the lead. He might have had either someone throw that at him or for himself.
It looks like Jeremy Boyson pulling in, might be a problem. Something failing on the GLTC build that is an FT86 Speed Factory car.
Manouchehri indeed the fastest car last time by at a 37.5. But Kutil is still close on the brakes, and this is where the Civic is quick. It's been looking really nice and balanced as the weather has come to that car this weekend. He's completely under the bumper. The splitter is overlapping up underneath the bumper of that BMW. They're diving down towards the Honda bridge yet again. And Manouchehri, this is where he uses all the track. Might have balked a little bit there as Kutil is now alongside as they leave frame. Leichty might try to follow Kutil through. Let's see what happens when they come back into frame. Coming into Thunder Valley. Did Kutil get it? Not quite. Leichty trying to make it maybe 3 wide up through Thunder Valley. They're going to bend towards turn 11 and see if they can get back single file. Leichty looks to the inside. Kutil opens the door for him. They're going to be side by side down into the carousel, but Manouchehri is safe. He's going to like seeing them battle in the back around. And Leichty pulls around the outside. That's an incredible pass. Really, really hard to pull off.
And a solid back section run for Robert through there as he crosses start-finish.
As soon as those guys went side by side, yeah, he put together a perfect couple of corners, and now he's got almost a full second lead as they cross the line. Whew, I'll take a quick breath.
Looks like
we are on lap 4, halfway done.
And here comes the Corvette, followed by Trevor, being chased tight by Derek Yarbrough. Onto the front straightaway here, taking the start-finish, and yeah, these cars not quite prepped for the class, but still out there having a great time. Bill Griffin there, Spec E46, one of the better sounded cars out there as he enters turn 1. It's been a fun couple days to watch these guys drive. Also,
Kutil's got the run down the back straight on Leichty, looks to the outside. They may be side by side into the braking zone. They are indeed, but Kutil's not going to go for it this lap as Leichty is really good on the brakes there. Pushes it into 7 all the way out to the grass. These guys need to be smart and work together if they want to keep back up with Manouchehri. The second they go side by side, Rob's going to put another second on them. Look at the momentum of the Miata through the middle of that corner. Just closes up on the BMW as they disappear out of frame. Jake Jorgenstein running a really smart race here. Solid race in 4th. First car coming at us
by Will and Mike there, and they have quite a little battle going there themselves. And it's not boring to be mid-pack here today. But man, what a heater up here at the front. Robert is really putting on a clinic of perfection. While the 2 lighter cars behind him really dice it up, but still staying very close. Robert lost a little bit of ground there to Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron almost up underneath the bumper again, and now Kutil has a run on Aaron down into the turn 1. There's not a lot of place to go with that, but it'll be super, super tight through turn 1. We're talking to these drivers, and Aaron's saying he's barely braking for turn 1. Some laps not at all, where the other two cars are definitely a quick drag of the brakes. So we've seen Leichty come through 1 and up alongside guys, surprising them with how fast he is. He looks to the inside, going to the keyhole, and Rob opens the door big for him, lets him have it pretty easily, and Leichty is going to lead onto the back straight this lap. Manouchehri quick down the back straight, though. He gets a nice wide arc onto the back straight, and it looks like he's going to look left. Leichty staying in the middle. Can Kutil draft one of them and try to capitalize on getting back into the lead? Manouchehri will probably be most of the way by Leichty if he can shut the door into the braking zone here. He is completely clear, but Leichty deep on the brakes all the way down into the S's. Kutil is picking Leichty to follow through. They're going to go around the outside of the BMW, pin him down to the grass, up through the inside and over 5. That's called madness. Now back down. These are each 90-degree corners. Leichty still side by side with Manouchehri. Oh, 3 wide. Look at these guys.
All the way
Kutil going for it. Gets to second. I think Leichty balked at that move. That was a ballsy pass from Kutil, and I think Manouchehri got the gift of the lead by that surprise move from Kutil. Let's see how that played out. Hopefully they come back into Thunder Valley.
Hoosier versus
there they are. Manouchehri does
heavy versus light. This is a battle of all kinds of different builds in these 3 first cars. They are putting on quite a show this weekend. I hope all 3 of these guys choose to maintain their attendance.
Yes.
I would love to see this all season long. 1, 2, 3. Manouchehri, Kutil, and Leichty there. Do you know if Manouchehri's on Hoosier or R1?
He's on, I believe, Hoosier 245.
Yes, it's a few hundred pounds heavier. We're seeing Will L. Young missing a rear bumper. I wonder where that thing went. It might have came off. Unless he started without it, I'm not sure.
Here they come. Lap 6 of 8 complete now, working lap 7, I believe. Here
tight in the back of Manouchehri there. Eric Kutil exiting the keyhole. Robert far left.
This is the kind of opportunism we've seen Kutil take advantage of, picking his spots and meticulously making sure that he is in this position to take the win. 3 for 3 so far.
Very much his home track. He's ran more laps here than anywhere else, and it definitely shows. It's a similar battle of tire sizes, but man, the cars do things differently. They race well together.
The BMW back end getting loose. You saw the dab of opposite lock, a little bit of debris down into
I think that's Will's rear bumper.
I think it is as well, but I think the rear end of the BMW is starting to go away just a little bit.
Yeah, some of the commenters were wondering when that would happen, and they said right about meow. I think we might have called it. We'll see if we can hang on. We've got 2 more hot laps here.
Coming through turn 11 for lap 6 of 8. These guys have cleared the rest of the field. They can battle amongst themselves. This is going to be the podium if they stay off each other, which they've been super. Look at this. Kutil runs wide and Leichty goes for it. Side by side on the front straight with Leichty fully clearing by start finish. Kutil back to 3rd for the white flag. We have a white flag in the air. That's lap 7 complete. Working lap 8. Coming onto the second straightaway out of turn 1 now. It's Manouchehri in the lead in the BMW. Leichty taking 2nd. Got his eyes set, trying to pass his winning Formula teammate. These cars prepped and maintained in the same shop. Up underneath the BMW. He's got to keep his foot planted. You got to trust the guy's going to go because that BMW has so much more power than the Miata. You got to commit to the power in the Miata and run up underneath him if you want the run. He's got the draft to see if he can go onto the brakes like he has in the past. Looks like he's not going to be close enough, but he may try it. These guys know each other well. They race really close together a lot. Final lap into the S's. Kutil's kind of lost touch with him just a little bit.
Some of the time attack guys
Manouchehri wide.
They can't
he's wide. They're side by side. They were side by side over through 5, but very, very close.
So solid.
Super close again. You can tell these guys really trust each other. They're still side by side as they leave frame. Kutil has to pick where he wants to go. If he wants to capitalize on this, they're going to come back into Thunder Valley up over the crest any second now. We'll see Leichty sweeps around the outside, pins Manouchehri to the inside, and Kutil still weaving back and forth. Where's he going to go? 3 wide again? No, they're not going to do it. Leichty goes to the inside again for 7 or for 11. Manouchehri had the momentum around the outside. If he can close the door going into the carousel, who will lead in? It's Manouchehri. The BMW will lead onto the front straight, dances the back end around, and it's Rob Manouchehri as they go side by side at the line for 2nd. Manouchehri takes the win.
Winning Formula P1 and 2 here. What a change versus the last couple races, but a solid performance. We see Jake Jornstad as P4. more.
And the gap at the line between Leichty and Kutil for second was .01 of a second.